Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nina's Cookbook. In today's recipe, we're making my mom, that's Param's, perfect Punjabi Chole. Now you might think I have a cooking channel, so I like spending time in the kitchen. Wrong. Now just like my mom, I like recipes that are Y for yummy, E for easy, and H for healthy. That's Y.E.A.H recipes. If you look on the internet, you're going to find a gazillion recipe for chole. Why this recipe is so good is because we're going to make it in one pot. Everything happens in one pot. You're not going to be boiling the chole in one and making the masala in the other and then combining the two. We're going to be doing all in one pot, and therefore cleaning is a breeze. Now a lot of times you'll find that the chole are separate and the water is separate when you cook them. They don't come together very well, or that they're very dry, or they don't soften very well. So I can promise you that if you make this recipe, and you got to trust me on that, if you make the recipe just the way mom does and the way we are going to show you in the video, you won't have that problem at all. Now chole or chickpeas or garbanzo beans, call them what you like, are this amazing source of protein and fiber and great carbohydrates. And to cook them or to make them delicious, you don't have to cook the hell out of them or add this boatload of oil into it. We're going to perfume the chole with aromatics that'll add a lot of flavor to them. And that's the way we're going to enjoy them, for the flavorfulness and the simplicity of it. And then to take the chole up another level, we're going to add all these amazing toppings on top of it. There's going to be caramelized onions and tomatoes and fried green chilies and fresh julienne ginger. Believe me, you're going to love it. So let's get started. So to get started with this yummy, easy and healthy recipe, we'll take a pressure cooker, and in that we'll add some aromatics and hot oil. Now I didn't have any black cardamom or moti elaichi at home, so I didn't add any, but I recommend that you add them along with the other aromatics if you have them at home. So here's the beauty of mom's recipe. You don't need to add any baking soda or tea bags to make these chole soft and delicious. We won't be using any of these. And now to the most important ingredient in these chole, the onion. Why is the onion so important, you ask? That's because it's the onion, when it's cooked into mush in the pressure cooker, gives the chole a flavorful and saucy texture where the soft chole melt into it, as you'll see in the video ahead. And here's a tip. Although you can use any salt for this recipe, I recommend that you use kala namak or black salt, as it gives a great flavor to the chole. We'll saute the onions for 2 to 3 minutes till they are translucent. Now when adding the spices, you can also add red chili powder here for taste. I left it out since I'd already added the green chilies. So I will tell you this, that the best tasting chole come from the dried version that's been soaked overnight. So I'd recommend that you stay away from the canned variety. And while adding the water, remember that chole, as they sit, they absorb the water and the sauce gets thicker. So keep that in mind when you're adding it. So for me, 1 cup of dried chole and 1.5 cup of water works. And for those of you that like aloo with your chole, now's the time to keep one. To cook the chole, we will pressure cook them on high flame till the first whistle, and then cook for 20 to 25 minutes till the chole are soft on low flame. And now, while the chole cook, let's get the toppings ready. These will take the chole up another notch. In some homemade ghee, I'll lightly fry up some onions, tomatoes and green chilies. Now you can totally chop raw onions and tomatoes and put that as a topping on the cooked chole if you like. But the green chili, that has to be fried. That's a must. And lastly, for the garnish, I will peel and julienne some raw ginger. I'd like to show you my technique for easily making juliennes of ginger with the help of a vegetable peeler and a knife. Wasn't that easy? And it gives a great flavor to the chole. Now after the chole have been cooked and the pressure cooker has cooled down, we'll open it up and take out the nicely cooked potato and fish out the whole spices. And now for the all-important step of mixing and stirring and mashing of some of the channe. This will cause all the onions and chilies to melt and give the chole a wonderful saucy consistency. See how soft the chole are? You don't need to add any baking soda or anything of that kind in it. And finally, when it's all done, we'll add some amchur to give it a sweet and sour flavor. That's very important to add. And there's a reason as to why we're adding the amchur in the end. That's because souring agents like amchur, anardana, etc. prevent the chole from cooking and getting soft. And here is a comparison of how the chole get darker and thicker as they sit. And now for the garnishing and presentation, because as you know, we eat with our eyes first. And finally, to make the chole hit that bliss point, we'll lightly drizzle some droplets of ghee on it. I like to serve these chole with a whole grain flatbread, and since I was not in the mood for making rotis, I'm serving them with some charred and smoky whole wheat pita bread that I heated directly on the fire. They go well with rice as well. And there you have it. This recipe is good to serve 2 to 3 people. So thank you for spending time with me. I really enjoyed making that recipe for you, and I hope you're going to try it and let me know what you think of it. I'd also love for you to subscribe to this channel if you like the videos that you see. It really encourages me to keep going. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.